What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. Hope you're having a wonderful day. A little bit of a slower news week, I understand, but who doesn't love a little potential drama between Hollywood actors? In this particular case, Robert Downey Jr. and all of his Marvel castmates. That, on top of getting called out, Marvel, by many prominent, actually superheroes in the past, for wokeness and for in general being trash. And let's start off with that little story, little buddies. Cain slams Marvel for new woke Captain America comic. Bashing the United States is now the cool thing to do. And we talked about this before the 4th of July. You know, we knew this. Actor Cain, who is obviously I think he's an outspoken Republican and traditional conservative, spoke out against wokeism raging through America in an interview on Fox and Friends. The Superman actor responded to Marvel's recent decision to politicize Captain America, saying he's tired of anti-Americanism. Marvel is facing backlash for its latest comic, The United States of Captain America, where it says that the American dream isn't real. Issue 1 of the comic states that the first American dream isn't real. It's one some people just expect to be handed to them, when the truth is it really never existed in the first place. We already talked about this. The former Superman TV star said it appears the cool and fashionable thing to do is to bash America and to hate America. I mean, look, there's literally nothing wrong with, criticizing this country. There's a lot of things you could criticize it for. Do I want to read that in my comic books? Not particularly. That's probably why the United States comic book market was completely outsold by a single manga. Quote, I'm the exact opposite side of the fence. I love this country. It's not perfect. We're constantly striving to be a more perfect union, as we all know. But I believe she's the most fair, equitable country ever, with more opportunity than anyone's ever seen. And that's why people are clamoring to get here from all over the globe. Cain says wokeness is becoming pervasive, affecting media actors and celebrities, and indoctrinating children in schools. Recently, the U.S. Olympic athlete Gwen Berry gained media traction for turning away during the national anthem and calling herself an activist athlete. Do these people ever travel outside of America? Do they go to countries where they have to deal with governments who aren't anywhere near as fair as the United States? I don't think so. Cain also noted that supporting the United States is no longer the norm. Supporting the flag, the red, white, and blue in the United States of America makes me a revolutionary in some terms, which I'm fine with. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I think if he would have said that isn't the norm in Hollywood, that I would buy. Most people I know, and I live in a pretty, I would say it's about 50-50 in terms of, people's politics, and that's just based on my assumption. It's not like everyone walks around with an R or a D on their chest, but pretty much everyone loves this country where I live. It was never more evident than the 4th of July. We had lots of American flags and people outside singing, celebrating, and so in Hollywood it probably is rare. Cain remains optimistic, however, saying that patriotism will return to the mainstream when the education emphasizes opportunity afforded in the United States. I believe the pendulum will swing back to openly appreciating American values, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, as soon as people start studying them in school again. I mean, maybe. It's possible. But now, what's interesting is there might be a little something brewing between the Marvel Avengers actors. Robert Downey Jr. unfollows Marvel co-stars, sends fans into a tizzy. Interesting. Mr. Stark, we don't feel so good. Avengers star Robert Downey Jr. has unfollowed his fellow Marvel cast members on Instagram, including Tom Holland, along with his good friend Chris Evans, and it's got the internet freaking out. This also comes just days before the release of the 36-year-old Scarlett Johansson's first MCU standalone film, Black Widow. The social media sequel I'm sorry. Yeah, social media of the Avengers breakup went widely unnoticed over the holiday weekend, but more and more Iron Man Tony Stark fans are beginning to express their shock online. You can see, I wasn't ready for RDJ to unfollow the whole Marvel cast. It's like the end of an era. I mean, maybe it was just a coincidence, you know? You see, follow Marvel's cast on Instagram again now. RDJ, why did you unfollow the whole Marvel cast? Open up. I just want to talk. Actually, it's not just MCU people he split from. None of Downey's current 43 followers are actors. People he's following. Prompting other theories unrelated to possible bad blood. His Instagram bio is also prompt to, quote, get involved with the Footprint Coalition, an organization of environmental investors that he, in fact, himself founded. Despite the public freakout, Downey, who last reprised his role of Iron Man in 2019, still follows former colleagues since last active on Twitter. Maybe Thanos had one more trick up their sleeve. I mean, I don't know. Is this like, is this a coincidence? I'm sure Robert Downey Jr. will come out and say that it was a mistake. But I don't know if I buy that. I mean, I've never accidentally unfollowed somebody. Although I have had Twitter. I think I have had Twitter, unfollow me. Or maybe it was just, the button to follow. And I like accidentally clicked the wrong button or whatever the case is. I feel like that's happened before. And there's really nothing in the media that would kind of indicate this. You see, one of the original members of the Avengers, the character's fate has been in question since the 2019 Avengers Endgame. I don't know what's happening, Mr. Stark. Why did you unfollow the Marvel cast on Instagram? The cast probably shouldn't take it personally. However, Downey, who has more than 50 million followers on Instagram, how the H do these people get so many followers? 50 million? Who are these people? Who are all of these weirdos that follow Hollywood celebrities? I mean, I suppose, like me, I follow because it's, important, pertinent to my job. I don't follow them on Instagram, but that's weird. Now, that particular account may be simply, under somebody else's control, but that hasn't stopped, 100 articles being printed from everybody. Unfollows all of his Marvel co-stars, including Tom Evans and Tom Holland. Maybe that is what's going on here. I'm not exactly sure. What is, in the future? I don't know. I mean, does Robert Downey Jr. want to reprise his role as Tony Stark again in like another prequel or something like that? I mean, gosh, $20 million is a lot of millions of dollars to do. Again, I'm curious how things are going to shake out for Black Widow. I'm really, really watching this closely this coming up week. We've got Black Widow, I think, Thursday. I saw showtimes as early as Thursday. I'm going to see the movie, I've decided, because I've covered it so extensively. I feel like I should probably be able to give a decent review of it. My expectations are extraordinarily low, but I can't help but kind of get over the fact that the movie feels really late. A day late and a dollar short, so to speak. It feels like I don't really care. Like it's just a movie to see. But I still do like Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow. And if I'm being honest, I do feel compelled to support a female-led action film. I know that that's stupid, but like I said I wanted to see the movie, and now if I don't go now, I don't know. There's all sorts of press coming out now, which I think that they're running damage control, which I've gotten probably like maybe 10 articles pulled aside for a look at that later today. It seems like they're already doing damage control. Like they're trying to turn this Black Widow film into this feminist thing. And then they're, Scarlett Johansson said men viewed her character as a chess piece, all this stuff, which I never did. That doesn't mean some man somewhere didn't. But it's been really bizarre to me to watch all of this unfold and to see Black Widow kind of come out unceremoniously here at the end, along with Robert Downey Jr., unfollowing, splitting from his MCU castmates, even if somebody else is running the account, why would they unfollow Tom Holland and Chris Evans? It doesn't make any sense. They won't be next to each other either. So whoever did it, he's either doing it for free press, which I guess maybe we're getting fooled, or maybe there's something there. But nonetheless, I'm curious if you are still excited to see Black Widow this week. Are you going to pay to see it? Are you going to wait and stream it for free when it's out for free? And if you enjoyed this video and you haven't yet, please do click that red subscribe button down below the video. It's really the only way you'll find my videos, and I greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk to you again real soon.